Hello guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Code Seed Seihi no Uta, I'm here to tell you guys the top 5 characters in this game who can help you a lot with your game progression. So who are these amazing units? Let's get this started. The first and the top on the list is definitely going to be Copernicus. This guy is crazy insane, possibly a husband unit for so many players out there. You might ask why? Well, let's start talking about his ultimate skill known as the Solar Storm, which is definitely his bread and butter skill. Attacks all enemies, causing 225% damage of total attack divided equally among all enemies. Basically, it's a major AoE damage that can deal a lot of damage to the AoE opponents, or let's say the mob of enemies, alright? And if the target dies, attack again. So that means like if you just even manage to kill one single opponent, then well, you can keep on unleashing the heavy barrage of Solar Storm over and over and over again, and possibly even wiping the entire mobs of team in just one go. That is the very amazing potential of the Copernicus that we have here, alright? An additional effect increases the skill coefficient by 70% as well, so that is also crazy insane. And guess what guys, when the enemies starts dying, then well, definitely the amount of damage with this skill is going to increase as well, because it says divided equally among all enemies. So lesser the enemies, more the damage, right? Alright, now let's start talking about his second active skill known as the Solar Corona. Increases self units critical strike by 400 points. That's huge in 2 rounds. So it's going to be valid for 2 rounds guys. After being attacked, the target gains 3 tiers of chaos as well. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. He is definitely going to provide a lot of DPS boost to your team, alright? And with him around, definitely it will be very easy to have a very quick progression in the story contents out there in the exploration section, alright? So this guy, crazy insane. Definitely I would really love to have him in my team. Alright, so that's gonna be it. The only downside is that like his attack stat is pretty poor compared to other hero units out there. So that's gonna be it. Now let's start talking about another hero unit that might really blow your mind, and that's gonna be Fei-Hung Wong. This girl is so cool indeed. Let's start talking about her ultimate skill known as the Shadowless Kick, which says attack enemy targets causing 150% damage. That's pretty good. If the target is still alive, pursue it up to 2 times. That's an advanced form of Beowulf, and definitely with this skill she will be able to take care of the single targets very easily guys, and that can also be very helpful in the battle against the boss units. So you really want to spam very heavy damage to the boss units? Well, use her guys. I mean like if she can pursue up to 2 times, that means like 150% times 3, that's like about 450% damage if I'm not wrong. That's a lot of damage to a single target. Just think about it. The possibility is huge. Additional effect increases the skill coefficient by 55%. That is humongous, guys. This girl can really deal some serious damage to a single target. And second active skill known as the Umbrella Dance attacks enemy targets for 133% damage, and damage increased by 100% when attacking the same target in a row. So provided the condition guys, she definitely can spam some heavy damage on a single target, and with her in your team, definitely the boss fights can be pretty easy. Alright, so yeah, that's the advantage that she is going to provide in your team. And also looking into her stats guys, her attack stat is pretty impressive as well. 172 points, bring it on. That's a lot guys, alright? So for a single target nuker, this girl actually fits the role perfectly in my opinion. Now let's start talking about the another unit, the third unit being Zhou Yu. Alright, this girl is also really amazing. This waifu can really blow your mind as well. So what's so amazing about her? Let's start talking about her skill as well. Alright, so looking into her second active skill known as the Hit Sound, attacks all enemies. It's a AoE attack that can be quite helpful in controlling the mobs out there, or let's say managing the mobs, inflicting 40% of their damage and inflicting hit on the highest enemy target. Alright, so what's gonna be happening is that loses 30% of his or her life at the end of each turn for the 3 rounds with that hit. Alright, so that is humongous. I mean like 30% of the life. That is crazy insane damage in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. But that is really worth noting out. Can be very helpful in the boss fights as well in my opinion. Now let's start talking about her third active skill known as the Scorching Torrent. First attack attacks 5 times in a row. That's a lot of barrage. Each attack deals damage to one random enemy. The higher the hit percentage, the more likely the enemy is to be attacked. And there is going to be a second attack as well. And in that second attack, attacks all opponents, alright? So if you are really looking forward for a very good AoE attacker, AoE damage dealer, then Zhou Yu really do fit the profile, alright? With AoE damage dealer like her, definitely will have much easier time in clearing out the mobs in the story contents and thus having very quick story progression. Attacks all opponents, inflicting 30% of damage. For each hit in the first attack, the target receives 50% more damage from the second attack. So there we go, guys. Provided that she is really good at landing the hit, her damage can be quite insane. Additional effects, the attack skill coefficient of the first segment has been increased by 20% as well. So yeah, you can actually really expect a very good crowd management skill with the Zhou Yu. Right? Yeah, there we go, guys. And her attack stat is pretty awesome. I would say one of the highest out there, 183 points. That's a lot, guys. And definitely you can actually expect very good serious damage coming out from the Zhou Yu. So that's going to be our third unit. How about for the fourth unit? And the fourth unit is definitely going to be Beethoven. This girl, look at her, guys. Wow, the Metallica, guys. Oh my. The artwork is really amazing and definitely a waifu material as well, in my opinion. So what's so special about her? Well, if you're really looking forward for a very good nuker with very amazing healing skill as well, then well, you have the Beethoven out here. A very good damage while providing a very good healing to the team as well. Alright, attack stat is about 183 points. Looking into her ultimate skill known as the Roar of the Fate, attack all enemy units, deal damage, and restore 25% of their health for all units. Alright, and under the influence of the enhancement effect, which she is going to get from her second active skill, enchant itself with 3 non-dispellable tiers of enhancement. Alright, it stacks up to 10 times, so that is a lot, right? Under the influence of the enhancement effect, all the enhancement effect will be consumed and the skill coefficient will be increased by 20% for each layer consumed. Okay, so you are actually looking forward for more restoration out there, guys, and with the additional effect increases the skill coefficient by further 40%. Oh my god, a lot of damage plus a lot of healing. Bring it on. All right, talking about the self-sustenance, you know, like some type of like a vampirish effect, or let's say life-stealing effect. Yeah, it's something like that. All right, and it does really provide a lot of sustenance to the caster, but this time it's not only just the caster, but it's the entire team who is going to benefit out of her. All right, so for a beginner, definitely a very good unit indeed, because she has a sustenance plus damage. Second active skill known as the Mood Brewing, that's what we discussed a while ago. It really does help her a lot thanks to that enhancement, and it also helps her with her basic attack, the Sei's art, which says attack enemy targets for 100% damage normally. Alright, but under the influence of the enhancement effect, it consumes 1 tier of the enhancement effect and deals 200% damage instead. That is a lot. Alright, that's a lot. Okay, provided that she can actually have a total of 10 enhancement. All right, so just consuming 1 tier, I mean, like it's nothing, right? It's like she can keep on continuing with that 200% damage over and over again, which I think is pretty good just for a single, like for a basic attack. All right, that's awesome. That's really awesome. So a lot of damage plus healing at the same time. Bring it on. And that's what the Beethoven really provides to you guys in the table. Having a very good attack stat, definitely you can expect her to deal some really serious damage to the opponents out there. And how about the fifth unit? And the fifth unit in the team is definitely going to be Hector. And I do have her, and I'm very proud to have her. This wife unit is definitely worth having, guys, because she is really ziggly. Zigglypuff, guys. This Hector, let's start talking about her. So looking into her skill, it's the second active skill that will actually really attract your attention, guys. It's known as the Pioneer Declaration, which says increases the damage and healing of your team by 20% for 2 rounds. Wow, look at that. 20% damage boost right over there, plus 20% healing boost as well. So healing is going to work very fine as well, alright? And for 2 rounds. And gains a double bonus for self units as well. So there we go. A really good utility just right over there. So how about the damage? Let's talk about it as well. Known as the Warrior's Faith, it says, attack the enemy target, causing attack 100% damage, and mark the target as well. So when the target is marked, and if you just keep on attacking that certain target, that marked target, what's going to happen is that each time it is attacked within 2 rounds, it will receive an additional 100% damage from the Hector's attack. So additional damage just right over there. It's like a teamwork. Okay, so there we go, guys. You will actually keep on seeing the Hector just combining the attack with you guys to deal some additional damage out there. So that's what she really does provide over here. And the additional effect increases the skill coefficient by 100%, which is a whopping improvement, guys. A whopping improvement by 100%. So making your attack damage like 200% when you have like 4 offer slots. If 5, that's a 300% damage. 6, that's a 400% damage. Do your math, man. The amount of damage that she can excel is gonna be crazy insane. All right, so that's gonna be the main thing about the Hector. The only backside to her is that, you know, the drawback to her is that her attack stat is pretty laughable. Okay, it's like 132 points, which is so low. It's as if like she is meant to provide just the utility out there. All right, but anyways, her damage is pretty great as well, but as her attack stat is quite low, you know, like it's not really that amazing as compared to the other units that I just explained a while ago. All right, so that's gonna be it. Now let's start talking about the last unit, and that's gonna be the Imagawa Yoshimoto, or let's say this is a honorary mention, all right, not just the last name, because like the first one definitely was Copernicus, right? The second being the Fei-Hung Wong, the third being the Zhou Yu, the fourth being the Beethoven, and the fifth being the Hector. So those are the top 5 characters in this game. And now let's start talking about the honorary mention, and the first on the honorary mention is definitely going to be the Imagawa Yoshimoto. So what's so really good about him? Definitely might really want to look for a very good tanky unit, right? And this girl really fits that role. Why? Looking into her second active skill, she can even taunt the opponents out there, which is pretty unique to her, all right? And being able to taunt, she is going to force the opponents to attack her, and guess what, guys? Those taunted targets will deal 50% less damage to her as well. So that is definitely going to provide her even more tankiness out there, guys. That is really great. And on top of that one, she can even provide a shield to herself, and that can be very helpful in providing extra defensive sustenance to your team as well. So there we go, guys. That's the advantage that you are gonna get with the Imagawa Yoshimoto. And the another honorary mention is definitely going to be the Paracelsus, or Paracelsus, right? I'm so bad at pronunciation. Paracelsus. Okay, so what he is good at, the main thing that he's good at is gonna be the healing. Yes, I mean, like there are so many attackers, and I just mentioned about the tanking unit, but how about a healer unit? And this guy actually fits the role perfectly. All right, he can even heal with his first active skill, and also with his ultimate skill. All right, his healing is pretty good, pretty potent, and also at the same time he can deal some dot damage to the opponents out there as well, and that can be quite helpful in your game progression. All right, healing is definitely going to be helpful in providing a very good sustenance and durability to your entire team, and that's what he really does provide. And the final, the 8th, or last but not least, that I really want to talk about is going to be the Napoleon. All right, she's pretty conditional in it, and she's going to excel where you are going to find those opponents who has barriers, okay, or shields. All right, because this damage penetrates the shield and adds 1 overload to itself. Okay, she keeps on dealing a lot of damage which just penetrates the barrier, the shields. All right, and that can be quite helpful, and provided the situation where there are so many opponents out there who has a lot of shield on them, then well, she's just going to penetrate through those shields and make them rendered useless. All right, and at the same time dealing a lot of damage to them as well. And the best thing is that, like, whatever the thing that you are going to purchase in this game for the first time, you are gonna get Napoleon for free. Okay, so just try to take the advantage of that situation out there. Anyways, that's it for today. What do you guys think about my insights, my opinions, or let's say my list? Let me know in the comment section below. If you really did love my list, do hit the like and subscribe button right away so that I can keep on pushing up with more contents on this game. And if you do not agree with my opinion, or let's say you have your own opinion or insights or feedbacks or criticism, do let me know in the comment section below so that we can have a very good healthy discussion. All right, and that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.